if you're a real estate investor or a wholesaler in today's landscape and you participate in what we call unsolicited outreach, okay? Unsolicited. You want to be very careful, especially in today's real estate investing, wholesaling landscape. You want to be very careful. Unsolicited outreach could, of course, be cold calls. More importantly, it's text messages, emails, letters, or postcards. I just recently got a notification that some of the legislation here in the state of Georgia changed, even though my wife, who owns half of our company, is a licensed real estate agent. We like to err on the side of caution, meaning that if we are conducting any unsolicited outreach, meaning that we have gathered addresses of homeowners, we've traced those homeowners' addresses, and we have gathered their phone numbers, at least the ones that are not on the do not call list, and their emails, and now we're sending them text messages, emails, written or typed letters and postcards soliciting to buy their homes, whether they are in pre-foreclosure or whether they're tired landlords or whatever the distress or the motivation is. This is still considered unsolicited outreach. Now, if you're running ads and you have your pay-per-click, pay-per-lead responses coming in, that would be more of an inbound activity where they're giving you their name, their information to contact them, and you are in respond, reaching out to them. That's not cold outreach. That's not unsolicited outreach because they responded to you first. But most wholesalers definitely, and even a lot of real estate investors and buyers that I know, when you are skip tracing that data based on addresses and properties, this is unsolicited outreach. So I just want to warn you and really encourage you to make sure that you know what the laws are in your area. Again, there are some legislation that have seemed to come through the pipeline. Some things I did not know about. Once I found out, I added that language into our texts, our emails, our letters, and postcards, even though when we're calling, we're just having a conversation. But I went all the way through the Georgia code, and I talked to a couple attorneys on it. I saw that if you're unlicensed or unregulated under those certain statutes, then there's certain language you have to have. If you're sending letters, you have to have that language on the envelope, and then you have to have that language at the top of the letter and have an indentation at least 2 inches below that solicitation clause where you start the actual conversation to the seller or the homeowner. And that's the same way in the email and the text and postcard. So I don't know the laws like lawyers know the law. So I would encourage you and really warn you as a fellow real estate investor / wholesaler, speak with an attorney that's competent, that knows the laws in your areas. Make sure that you err on the side of caution, because in the event anything comes through the pipeline with legislation and state and governmental officials and agencies get behind it and start coming after any unsolicited outreach that's going on in the real estate investing, more specifically the wholesaling space, because they're already coming hard against wholesalers. You just want to make sure you've done your due diligence, you've erred on the side of caution, and that your activities are not against the law and illegal.